Hey, everybody. Michelle's back. I just have a question for the intellectuals, just some of the intellectuals. When you hear the term Greek mythology, a Greek's mythology, Greek mythology, um, do you consider that as what? What do you consider that as? Folklore? In other words, it doesn't really exist, that these are, you know, deities and such. Now, why would anyone spend a whole lot of time talking about myths? Has anybody ever thought about that? And why would they consider this? I mean, because they're human beings to me. So these human beings are spending all their time talking about folklore and such, or that they don't really exist. I'm not really sure. But it's obvious. It's obvious, and I'm not picking on people that people are not reading shit. Okay, because Socrates, as a matter of fact, was a teacher. By the way, Plato, all these other, um, philosophers. I guess is what I call them. They're philosophers. And I remember when I was in school, I really enjoyed it. It was in humanities where they were teaching that at one time. I think I was in, I can't remember what grade I was in. And I remember I was really fascinated by that subject. But they don't, do they teach that stuff now? I doubt it. I don't hear anybody talking about Plato and Aristotle and Socrates. I don't hear anybody talking about that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not trying to pick on people again, but it's about marketing, individualized self, you know what I mean? That's what a lot of, or what's that other degree? I'm not sure, but so, in other words, I mean, are they saying that these people don't have never exist? They're a figment of people's imagination, or what? Has anybody ever gone back and tried to figure that out? And understand what that meant, and understand that they were just presenting some theories to us for us to, to expand on at some point, but we just kind of ignored it. Appears, you know. I mean, there were teachers. I told you, in human form, and then there were some that came from the galaxies. But I don't hear anyone talking about any of these characters, so-called myth characters, folklore. I mean, using these, whether they're real or not, like Zeus and all this stuff, Michelangelo. I mean, they're teachers. They were teachers, I should say. And so, did anyone do a thesis on these people? I mean, like I said, I don't need to know because I mean, I look at cause and effect. All right, I look at cause and effect, and I get my answer that way. So I don't have to, I really don't have to have people tell me anything really. And that's how we were supposed to be. We were supposed to be at that point where we could think things through for ourselves and not wait for somebody to tell us what to do, not wait for someone to declare if we're in civil war or not. We're in civil war, people, by the way. Um, and all this and that and the other. So I don't know. But I'm just saying, when I was in, I think I was in middle school and they called it something else back then. I was into humanities, but then I noticed, I don't hear anybody talking about none of this stuff, none of it. And these people, these people that were around during that time, Hercules. And there's this one character. I'm gonna call them characters because I'm gonna throw out some like I said, some theories and opinions also. But this one character, I think it's Hippocrates. He's interesting because he was the father of medicine, and I think he's the one that also believed in the fusion of male and female qualities, or the female energy, male energy, or the yin and the yang. Yeah, where that's actually. I mean, you just want to make sure you're balanced in that. It's not to say it has nothing to do with the physical. It just you need to be able to be balanced in those or neutralizing those energies. Because as we do, because during reincarnation we do reincarnate as men, and then we come back and reincarnate as women sometime as well. That equal balance. So anyway, I was just curious. That's all. Asking questions. I'll be back. Peace.